Hello, hello, hello. Hi, my name is Don Ryan. I'm one of the co-founders of UltraRed. It's lovely to be with you all today. As a sound art collective, UltraRed understands sound as the object cause of the desire to listen. Every encounter is organized by a politics of listening. In the present scene, the demand for short statements privileges representations and resolved political positions over that of procedures or collective inquiries. Consequently, we repeat once again the notion that speech is politically active, whereas listening is embodied as passivity. I would like to conduct a modest experiment to explore how another organization of listening might make possible a shift in the orientation of our latent or subsumed collectivity. I'll try to conduct this experiment in my allotted 8 minutes. To begin with, please take out a piece of paper and a pen. I'm going to ask a question. I'll give you a minute to write on the piece of paper your response to the question. The question is this: why do you do what you do? Why do you do what you do? As an artist, student, teacher, writer, journalist, organizer, popular educator, activist, cultural worker, why do you do what you do? Please write your response. Time. For the next 3 minutes, I'm going to move through the room as quickly as I can to hear as many of your responses as possible. Please share with the group what you have written. I would ask that everyone listen closely and write on your piece of paper exactly what you hear, word for word. Record each response to the question, why do you do what you do? May I begin with you? Why do you do what you do?
I do what I do because I want to make a difference through my art.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
To effect change, to support art and artists, to connect, to heal, to create.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
To be inspired and to inspire, to be transformed.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
I can't help it. I'm curious and afraid.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
People want to be in connection with one another. Something has to go terribly wrong in order for us to be isolated. Something has gone terribly wrong. We put people in steel cages with no human contact.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
To question and challenge the forms of power that operate in society and to ultimately make something happen.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
Because everything else seems impossible.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
Well, good question. I think I'm doing what I do to figure out why I'm doing it.
Okay. Why do you do what you do?
To promote and create unity, the absolute ultimate connectivity of the universe, to make love, love, love.
Thank you. Excuse me, why do you do what you do?
Because I want to help make the world a better place, and because I enjoy thinking creatively, problem solving, and making use of people's talents.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
Because it will allow me to do more of it.
Fantastic. Why do you do what you do?
To nourish our souls.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
It makes it possible to get out of bed in the morning. My work keeps me from putting my head in an oven. It makes life meaningful.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
Because I care.
Why do you do what you do?
Fred, I didn't write anything down. To understand the world in a different way.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do?
I believe that connection to one another and being accountable to one another are interrelated.
Thank you. Why do you do what you do? Why do you do what you do?
Because that's just the way it comes out.
Thank you. At this point, I would ask that you turn to one of the people sitting next to you and ask them the question, why do you do what you do, and write their response on the piece of paper. Now turn to the person seated on the other side of you and ask them the question, why do you do what you do? Thank you. I have a minute left. If we were able to continue, we would make a record of all of the responses to that question. One possible way to proceed from there would be then to form small groups, say about 5 folks per group. There would be many groups in this room. Those groups would then set about to understand the relationships between the responses to the question, why do you do what you do? To understand in a way what we don't understand about why we do what we do. And then to begin to propose investigations. Who do we need to talk to? Where do we need to go? How can we understand the conditions that produce our investments? And what changes can we make to those conditions? I'm out of time.